Hello, and welcome to episode 526 of Prog Viewing. Today I'm talking about Bill Bruford's Masterstrokes album. Oh my god! He is reviewing a compilation. Yeah, it's a compilation I hold dear to me. Look at that. Look. See, look, isn't that clever? Look, see what we did in there? Oh, I'm good, you see? All makes sense. Masterstrokes, Bill Bruford, 1978 to 85. It is probably one of the best compilations out there involving a drummer. Another reason why I covered it, because it does feature Alan Holdsworth on it, and alas, he passed recently. I wouldn't say I'm the greatest Holdsworth fan, but I like what he did with Bruford and UK, of course. So yeah, this is one of my earliest CDs. This is one of those gateway albums that got me into the whole thing. And again, you know, if you look at the inside, you probably can't read that from there because autofocus and that, but it gives you a little potted discography of old Mr. Bruford, and it tells me that, yeah, there's stuff from his solo albums, but he also worked with Yes, King Crimson, Genesis, and so you read this and you go, oh, he must be good. And that is how I bought this, because I thought, whoa, if he worked with those guys, he must be good. So you've got to remember, this was at the beginning. This was way back in 1987 when I got this. And yeah, it's phenomenal. And it provides a very good overview of his solo material. Now, you get more tracks on the CD than you do on the LP, you know, so you're better off getting that. Or the cassette, if you can find a cassette. Cassettes are the next big thing now, apparently. But yeah, the LP has a few of the tracks missing. But if you want the full fat version, go and pick up the CD if it's still out there. You might be able to find a copy on eBay, or even on the Amazon Marketplace. You might be able to find a copy. And again, it culls a lot of the material off his solo work. Feels Good to Me, One of a Kind, Gradually Going Tornado. That is the bulk of the album. Hell's Bells opens it, you know, and it's Dave Stewart, I think, is the co-writer on that, and he's not that Dave Stewart, the other one, and he's all over it. And again, it's a great track. And I mean, I was talking to the missus about this last night. I was saying, because you've got this kind of jazz fusion thing going on, but it's very English. It's very staid in its execution, and that's why I kind of like it. Because I'm not a big, you know, the jazz kind of scares me, and the jazz fusion is even worse. It's even more scary. But this works for me, and what I like about this is the variety of music on it, because yeah, you have the instrumentals, and there's even stuff with vocals. Gothic 17 with Jeff Berlin singing about I guess it's child abuse put to music. Powell Park's very laid back, you know, If You Can't Stand the Heat, 5G, Joe Frazier. But then you get the stuff he did with Patrick Moraz. Now, he did 2 albums with Patrick Moraz, Flags and the other one, Music for Piano and Drums. That was it. And what's interesting about them is it's everything stripped back. It's just the piano and the drums playing, and you get some really interesting stuff like the drum also waltzes and split seconds. And again, you know, for a young sprout, this was like, oh wow, I've never heard anything like this before. And so again, it's a nice little gateway into that more experimental jazz field. Finishes off with Fainting Coils, which is you have a little excerpt of Alice in Wonderland to ease us into that. Beelzebub, another great one, and Sahara of Snow Part 2, again, which is dun, 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 dun. I probably remembered it wrong. Oh, I'm like that, aren't I? I'm like that. But yeah, for those people that may say compilation albums, I think you can be. It all depends on the compilation album. There are very few, and I'm thinking like Queen's Greatest Hits and this, which really do gather together the music of an artist. And again, I mean, you know, it's all good stuff. And again, it does show off Alan Holdsworth guitar playing, and Jeff Berlin as well, who's a great bassist. Who was nearly, I think, he was nearly a bass player in King Crimson, but I think Fripp deemed him to be. He said, "You're too busy, you two together." So that was a great shame. That would have been interesting to see Jeff Berlin in King Crimson. But yeah, I absolutely love this. And again, for those of you who wondered, no, the previous Doctor Who video was recorded weeks ago. You'll know because there's none of this on the walls. Whereas this was recorded today, this very day, in which it was uploaded after my dear old dog had passed away. So this is post-Alex, PA from now on. And I've been listening to this. This is what I've been listening to cheer myself up, if you wanted to know. This album, Hell's Bells alone, is enough to stir the blood and put a smile on one's face. So, you know, the healing power of music. Again, it takes me back to a younger time. Again, my old dog Meg was still alive when I was listening to this. She was with me then. If we're going to talk about dogs. Talk about dogs. So yeah, that's how far this album has been with me, and there's been a lot. Again, I know people, and I love the sleeve as well. I just love the ebullience of the sleeve. Look, you can see it there, and you can see it there. You know, it just, you know, that itself is a great photograph. I just love that picture of Bruford. And again, you know, Bruf is he's a great drummer. He's somebody who's in, or has been involved with many of the bands I like. You know, from Yes, King Crimson. You know, his live stint with Genesis, and then his own solo material. So yeah, as I said to the missus, it's probably the most interesting compilation album by a drummer. Though I'm sure many will argue with me, those that don't like him. But yeah. If you're not familiar with Bruford's work, you must buy this. If you're familiar with Bruford's work, maybe you've got a couple of his albums, you still give it a shot because there's still stuff on here. If you haven't got the Mraz stuff, or you haven't got all of his solo material, or you've only got one of them, it's still worth a delve. But if you've got all his albums, then you don't need to worry about it. You know, it's just a nice thing for the car, you know. Or if you've got your Walkman, your CD Walkman, and you're on the train, those were the days. Showing me age again. But yeah, it's a peculiar fusion of jazz and prog and fusion and experimental music. It's all there. And it was when EG Records was the hip and happening record label, because it's on EG. And yeah, I don't even know if it's still in print. It probably isn't, which is a shame. But yeah, so that's that. I think I've exhausted all my avenues there. There you go. That's Bill Bruford's Masterstrokes, and it truly is. Covers the period 1978 to 1985. So it was again a very fruitful period of his career. I think there have been Earthworks compilations. I'm not sure, because the Earthworks is up there somewhere. That's when we go into the jazz. That's when we head into the jazz territory. Of course, this doesn't stop me from talking about Bruford's individual solo albums. You know, yeah. I just hope I haven't done this before, because I might have done this before. That would be shocking, wouldn't it? But anyway, I'll wind up now. My name's been Darren Locke. I've been talking about Bill Bruford's Masterstrokes, probably my favourite Bill Bruford compilation. It's the only one, and like I say, very happy memories of it, and it always cheers me up. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitface. We don't talk about Google Plus. That's the bastard child of social media. But yeah, if you want to see all the nude photos, it's Twitface. You got to follow me on. There's links in the description. You can send me money. There's a PayPal link. There's patreon.com/Locke, where you can throw a few pennies into the hat, and I will doggedly make more videos for your entertainment and to take your mind of your ever-impending demise. For we are mere mortals, cast adrift in the cosmic void. What else is there? Oh, there's the music as well. music.darrenlocke.com. You can come along there, and there's lots of music listed. There's even some free stuff I've got a compilation called Easy Listening. That's free. You can download that for nothing, or you can throw some coppers my way. I don't mind. But yeah, thanks for watching. There's only one more thing to say, and that's dog on.